Google just announced the Nest Hub second generation, but it looks just like the first generation. So what's the difference? In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at what's new with the second generation hub. So stay tuned. Hey everybody, welcome back to another video. And just to clarify, this is still the first generation hub. I don't have the second generation hub. It was just announced for pre-order, but I will be using this guy in today's video as the demo because they pretty much look exactly the same. I also want to mention that I'm not going to be going over most of the features of this device. I did a massive video of everything that you could possibly do with this device. So if you guys want to check that out, I will link it above for you guys to check out. But in today's video, we're just going to be covering new features that are going to be coming to the second gen device. Also, if you are in the Google ecosystem, I cover a lot of their products and features and different things with the app. So be sure to subscribe for future videos like this one. With that said, let's get started. So the big question is, what is the difference? Like with this version right here, it's still a 7-inch display. It looks the same. It's got the same button for muting the mic. We've got our ambient light in the middle and we've got our speakers in the front. So what's the difference? Well, what Google did with the new second generation is that they increased the bass of the speakers inside by 50%. So you're gonna get a lot more bass out of that new speaker, which is definitely welcomed. I would say that would be the biggest miss out of this Gen 1 was that it needed some more bass out of that speaker. Now, the remaining new features of this device are all going to be coming internally, so you're not really going to see them or notice them. The first one is going to be the new machine learning chip that is built inside. Essentially, what this means is that the device is going to respond faster than it had in the previous generation. So when you're doing different home automation or asking the device to load up things, say like Netflix or different songs or recipes, it's just going to be a lot faster than it was in the previous generation. Next up, we have Soli built into the new device. And what this is it's a miniature radar sensor that was developed by Google to allow for gesture control. So Google actually developed this a few years back and put it into their Pixel phones to allow you to swipe to the side to skip to the next track, hold up your hand to maybe pause a song. Even though it didn't work very well back then, they have now built it into the Nest Hub. Now, granted, it is already built into the Nest Hub Max, so if you have that device, you're probably already familiar with this, but this essentially is going to allow you to use gesture controls. So if you do want to skip a song or pause what's on the screen, whether that be music or a movie, you can do that with the new Soli sensor. But what that sensor also brings to this device right here is a brand new feature called sleep sensing. Now, what sleep sensing is that you're going to put your device next to your bed and face it towards you. It's going to use that new Soli radar sensor to monitor things like your breathing patterns and other motion patterns, in addition to sound, lighting, and temperature in the room. It's then going to take all of that information. It is going to process it on the device locally, so it's not going to send it up to the cloud to get processed. It is going to do it locally on this device, and it's going to help you understand the factors that help you sleep. So when you wake up in the morning on the display, you'll have a sleep summary of how you slept the night before. This is going to give you an understanding of what you can do to improve your sleep. Now, the one drawback of sleep sensing is it looks like there is going to be some sort of subscription fee attached to it. As of right now for 2021, it does say that the subscription is free, but be on the lookout for there being a possible charge down the road. Now, the last new feature with this device right here is that the new devices are going to have Thread technology built into it. Now, if you are not familiar with Thread technology, it's really similar to other network protocols like Zigbee, Z-Wave, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, things like that. It's just a protocol for your devices to all communicate and talk to each other. Now, this is something that was developed by Google a few years ago, and it essentially allows all of your devices to create a mesh network that they can all talk to each other that is not going to be bogging down your Wi-Fi network. Now, as of right now, Google already has Thread built into the Nest Hub Max and the Google Wi-Fi, but it is now going to be coming into this device. Now, it doesn't seem like Google is coming out with a lot of products that work with Thread, but the biggest reason that they're putting Thread in this device right here is so that it'll work with Project Chip down the road. If you guys are not familiar with Project Chip, it is a massive smart home project that all of the major smart home companies are working on to unify all of their products to be able to work together. So right now, if you buy a doorbell or a security camera or light bulbs, you have to make sure if it works with Google, if it works with Amazon, if it works with all of these different protocols, HomeKit, another one. Well, Project Chip was developed so that way it would essentially eliminate all of that. You would buy a light bulb or a smart sprinkler system or just anything that's smart, and it's all going to work together. So that is something that I am very much looking forward to and can't wait for it to get here. So those are the new things that are coming with the Nest Hub 2nd generation. Now, if you check on Google's website, they don't even sell the 1st generation anymore, this one that I have right here. So if you're new to Google or looking to get into Google, this is going to be your only option to pick something up, and it does start at $99. Now, the question is it worth the upgrade? Personally, right now, I don't think it's worth the upgrade unless you're looking at getting that sleep sense, which seems a little gimmicky to me. I mean, you could just buy a smart watch, a Fitbit, an Apple Watch, or the Galaxy Watch, any watch which will do kind of the same thing, and those don't have any subscription fees. But the Soli radar sensor, the thread technology, those aren't things that are that crucial that I would run out and get a new device just for that. But say when Project Chip finishes up and becomes more of a standard, then you're gonna definitely want some devices that have thread built into it, and that might be when it is worth an upgrade. Will it be for the 2nd gen device or maybe even the 3rd gen device down the road? Only time will tell. Anyway, I hope this video was helpful. If so, give it a thumbs up. Let me know that you liked it. As always, don't forget to subscribe for more content like this, and I'll see you in the next video.